Okay, I'm gonna do a a vlog, if you will, because I've just been too blah-tastic to write. That's one of the pitfalls of writing a blog on mental illness. Sometimes you are too depressed to write. So isn't that lovely? Isn't that great? Hey, I'm gonna write a blog about mental illness. Oh, hey, I just want to sleep for 3 days. So, guess I'm not getting any posts out. Wah wah. It's kind of a little bit of a vicious cycle that, what are you going to do, I guess. Anyway, a lot has been thrown around probably already in the internet about Ms. Miley Cyrus and feud, her feud. It became a feud, I guess, with Sinead O'Connor. If you don't know the lowdown, it goes a little something like this. P.S. A caveat here. I don't write these beforehand. I don't have any notes written. My video blogs are kind of known for fly by the seat of your pants. So, what are you going to do? If I get something wrong or make a mistake or misstep, just kind of is what it is, and you get what you get. So there's my little disclaimer. So it goes a little something like this. Sinead O'Connor writes an open letter to Miley Cyrus and says basically something to the effect of, hey, watch yourself, parading around naked and putting yourself out there like the men who run this music industry just want you for your body and don't think that, by prostituting yourself, like they'll take you for everything that you've got, and later on you're gonna look at all the money you made and see what you have left of yourself, kind of. And, be careful, like I know about these things. And Miley's response was not gracious or grateful and also let me stop here for 1 second. I have a good friend who we just had a conversation the other night after I'm in the show Sweetie Maud. I guess that's a little plug. In Chicago, it's a takeoff on Sweeney Todd. It's like kind of it's a female like lesbian take on on Sweeney Todd. It's really fun and funny and hilarious and whatever. And she co-wrote it, and we had this talk about Miley came up, and she played around the jukebox, and Miley came up, and she kind of defended her and was kind of like, why do all these people hate Miley, and she's young, and she's doing what any young girl would do, and finding herself and finding her sexuality, and people don't understand her, and they need to kind of back off, and people are just kind of need to leave her alone, and I love her, and all of this business. And I listen to her because I like her a lot and I respect her, and I wanted to keep an open mind because I am a feminist, and I think sometimes we do lose sight of the fact that there is slut shaming, and that women aren't supposed to have a powerful sexuality, and we aren't supposed to own what we have and have a good time and enjoy sex and enjoy being out there and have fun and so I was listening to her, and I wanted to hear what she had to say, and I wanted to really keep an open mind about it. And by and large, to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of don't think about Miley Cyrus a lot one way or the other. That whole tongue thing she does is just kind of annoying to me. Like, I just find it just annoying, just as a general rule. Like, I don't need to, just keep your tongue in your mouth. Like, I don't care who you are. I just don't need to see it. But I don't think about her a lot one way or the other. Like, I'm not mad because she's not Hannah Montana anymore and she got all sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that as a, like, woman, like, that's fine. My question, though, definitely is, though, why do young uh, female stars feel the need, if they need to make a change or grow up, why is that the route they need to go? Like, why do they need to go instead of just kind of growing up and being women? Why do 90% of them feel like, I guess that's where I get on Sinead's corner. Like, who's telling them, like, clearly they grow up, right? They turn from 15 to 16 to 17 to 18 to 19. They get woman bodies. They would clearly start dressing a different way, probably. Like, they could wear different, more womanly clothes, or, you know, wear something like Emma Watson, although she's done it too. She's gotten into some magazine spreads that are a little, you know, sexy dexy. But she's a little bit more, I feel, been a little bit more close to the vest with it, done it a little bit more gracefully. But she'd be someone a little bit that I'd be more likely to just show as someone who has just grown up a little bit more, you know what I mean? But, like, what is the need for someone to not just grow up and be a woman and then do womanly things? Who tells them? Because my suspicion is it's not their mother. Maybe it is. Maybe it's Britney Spears' mom. I don't know. But mostly, I don't think it's a woman who says to these girls, hey, you know what you need to do to change your image? You know what you need to do to get a new kind of role or a new kind of movie, you know, a new kind of role in a movie? You need to go to Esquire or GQ or Maxim or some other place, and you need to wear this ridiculous outfit, barely be clothed, maybe be naked, you know, do one of these or, you know, some of this crazy stuff, and do some crazy-ass photo shoot, and everyone will talk about it, and it'll be all over the internets, and, you know, my guess is probably a dude, or like a group of handlers, or a manager, or something like that. It's my guess. So that's where I think Sinead's coming from, is like, hey, who's telling you to do this kind of shit, and you don't have to do it, and whatever. So that's from my feminist mind. It's cool if you want to own that and be that and have sex and sex appeal and be sexy, but why do we have this rite of passage for all of them? I mean, Jessica Biel and Jennifer Love Hewitt. I mean, name them. Anyone who was like in a TV show and was a young, cute girl, innocent, went through this like thing where they had to get like all hot and bothered and like nakedy and weird. Do you know what I'm saying? Nev Campbell, all of them. So Miley didn't like this. She didn't like Sinead's open letter. And then here's why I'm referencing this on this blog, is this. Her response, her comeback, her attack, her insult, was to pull up a bunch of old tweets of Sinead's where Sinead was going through a really hard time. Sinead is manic depressive, and Sinead had tweeted a bunch of stuff about needing to get back on meds and not wanting to go to the hospital and all of this stuff. And this was her, Miley referenced that and basically said something about, like, another Amanda Bynes, who also suffers with manic depression and stuff like that. So basically the insult is, look, here's this crazy bitch, essentially. Like, look, she's crazy, why do I need to listen to her? And, you know, hey, Miley, boy, you really lost me there. Because on several counts, that has become an insult, and especially to women. You know, I think men use it a lot in this weird way to keep women, you know, submissive it's a weird insult. It works well. No one, you know, uh, it's kind of like it's a societal thing that a lot of people have accepted, right? I mean, like, the word hysterical comes from, you know, uh, hysteria and you know, it's the same root as hysterectomy, right? So it comes from the idea, it's in essence to women, right? The crazy that is tied to being a woman. Like it's not men. Like it's hysterectomy. It's woman based. Like, you know, hysterectomy is taking out of your uterus. So hysterical and hysteria is is the crazy that is tied to being a woman. You know, that you just that we naturally have a certain kind of crazy that comes along with being a woman. So just this idea that, like, she goes right to this, like, well, you know, she's crazy. Um, I don't know, you know, uh, because it's just shitty because there is mental illness and it has such a stigma. Uh, to just then denounce anything that someone would have to say because they suffer from a mental illness is hard. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's because there are times and there are places when people with mental illness struggle and when we are not at our best. But there are plenty of other times when we're fine and when we're rational and sane, and creative and wonderful and lovely people. It's also, you know, even more, you know, disheartening, you know, when it's women going up against women with the crazy thing as well, I think. It's always disheartening, but even more so then. But, you know, I suppose some might say that it was, you know, all started by the fact that maybe Sinead shouldn't have offered her that kind of advice in that kind of forum, you know, to start. You know, we step on the toes of our fellows and then they retaliate. So, you know, maybe that was all started, you know, maybe that was the thing. You know, maybe Sinead should never have written that letter. But here's I guess my thing is that I'd like to think that at least was written from a good place, and 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 then Miley took it down a path, and now we're even further down paths of more letters and lawsuits and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. That's where we're at. Crazy is an interesting word. It shouldn't be used as an insult. It certainly should not be used as a way to dredge up, you know, old crap from the past. So, Miley, Sinead, good luck, ladies. Good luck.